Melissa. Thank you for joining me here today. So we're going to work on doing some more core exercises along with stretching through our thoracic. So go ahead and get it started in a seated position. Taking a nice deep breath, rolling those shoulders down, elongating through that head and that spine, really anchoring in down through your sits bones, and just finding a quiet space. Breathing in, breathing out, just taking that nice big exhale. Sorry, that would be a nice big inhale and then an exhale. Oh, sometimes it's hard to get the brain going first thing. Breathing in and then letting go with each breath. One more time, just taking that nice deep breath, feeling that breath through your body. Drawing those shoulders down. And on your next inhale, just bring those arms straight up, nice and slow, palms facing out. Just try to lift without bringing those shoulders up towards your ears. And then exhale, palms up and release down. Inhale nice and slow, bringing those arms up through those shoulders, dropping those shoulders though as they go to rise. And then palms facing up as you exhale down. One more time, lifting up. And releasing down. Now from here, bringing those arms straight out in front of you, almost as though they're parallel. Drop those shoulders down. Don't let them lift up, but really pull those shoulders down. You're going to cross your right arm underneath your left as far as it will go, almost like you're making an X, and then bend at the elbows. You can bring your palms to where they face outward, the tops of your hands facing in, and then just pull down nicely. Now if you can, try to wrap your arms around one another. Pull down nice and deeply. If not, just pull through, feeling that nice stretch in that upper back. Taking a nice big inhale, releasing out, bringing those palms flat again, facing up, arms extended out. Don't drop your belly and sit down into your hips. You want to lift up and out. And then cross over again, opposite arm, bringing them together, palms facing out, or interlacing your hands and pulling down. Just feeling that nice upper body stretch. And then release again, bringing those arms straight out, holding as though you could reach to opposite sides of the walls. And then palms down, very good. Roll those shoulders up and out. And then forward. Now from here, extend that right arm up, bringing that arm to just bend at the elbow, and then with the opposite arm, just pull. Now don't pull your head forward. You want to keep your head nice and straight. Just really lift up through that shoulder and just do a nice, easy stretch and a pull. And then release, bringing those arms back down again, reaching as though you could reach straight out. And then palms down. One more time, bring those arms up. Bring that opposite one, let it bend at the elbow. Lift up through that shoulder and then drop that shoulder down and just really feel the stretch. Don't pull that head forward. And then release, bringing those arms straight out and hold. Now we're just going to very gently twist as though we're rotating through that upper back, through that thoracic, bringing it more towards the forward, and then rotating to the other side. Then back to center, twist one more time. Back to center, opposite side. One more extra little stretch. Feels good. Releasing. If you've had your legs crisscross applesauce or sitting in lotus position, just bring them out in front of you and give a little bit of blood flow. Now we're going to go opposite crisscross and opposite to lotus. Sit up nice and straight again. We're going to do some rounding through our body, just kind of curving through that front. I'm going to rotate to the side so that you can see. So sitting up nice and straight, we've already kind of gotten that upper body working and warming up. So from here, you're just going to imagine that you're pulling into a C. And it's not so much rounding the front, but just more through that thoracic, so you're almost curving out through the front and then coming up and sitting up nice and straight. I'm going to hold my arms out. Hopefully you can see and there isn't a shadow, and then come forward. Now if you want, you can do ballet arms out in to that forward position, or hold them straight out into second with rotating. Two more. Last one. And then lift up nice and straight. Really lift up through that thoracic. Whew. Kind of just move that body a little bit. Do some forward circles through that thoracic. Nice job. We're going to go on to doing some core work. I'm going to rotate over to this side just because I like to be facing kind of more within wherever door frames are. You can also have a rolled up blanket if you'd like, if you need to have any extra support in for that low back. And then have a block. If you don't have a block, that's okay. You can always use your knee, or you can also use oh my gosh, I cannot talk. You can, or use a ball, but something that you're going to create some distance between your knees for you. So we're going to take the block. We're going to squeeze that block between our legs. Nice squeezing, holding, taking our hands once again into that field post, coming back onto those shoulders, lifting up through, squeezing that block or squeezing that ball, elongating through, lifting up through that chest, and you're going to lift your knees as close as you can to your nose, and then bring those feet back down. Nice, slow, controlled movements for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Taking a little bit of a breather, pushing yourself up, taking that block into your hands, lifting up through. Nice, easy stretch. Really lift that block up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to come down. Now you can put the block once again between your knees, or if you want to kind of challenge yourself, you can go between your ankles, starting with your knees, coming back down once again. This time you're going to extend those legs out, holding them. Now I automatically go into a rotation just because of my hip turns out from dance. So just hold that block between your knees, and you're going to lift straight up this time, lifting up and lowering down. Lifting up, lowering down, lifting once again. This is 7, 6, 5, 4, you're doing great. 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Going ahead, releasing, letting that block move out of your way. Laying all the way down onto the mat. And we're going to do a nice full body stretch. Really stretch through those arms, through those legs. Just see how long you can get. Oh, such a nice stretch through. Beautiful. Taking that block again, putting it back between your knees, bringing those legs up, holding that block, taking your arms behind your head, holding gently on that head. It's not necessarily to make the head do all the movement. You're going to lift up and twist over to the opposite knee and come back to center and down.
lift up, cross over, back to center, and down. Lift up, cross over, back to center, and down. Lift up, cross over, back to center, and down. You got this. Keep going. Up, over, center, down, up, over, center, down. Believe it or not, you're halfway there. Up, over, center, down. Just two more. Up, over, center, down, up, over, center, down. Last set. Nice job. You should feel lots of burning going on in those upper abdominals. Ooh, beautiful. Remove that block. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, pull those knees to you, just relaxing, just releasing. Oh, that feels so good. Just feel those abdominal muscles kind of flatten out. If you want, you can also open up through those hips, because this also feels great to really open up through those hips. Pull those knees back. Oh, nice. Bringing those feet flat, we're going to allow the knees just to roll over to the left side. Just a nice stretch. Really feel that stretch through that right. Come back up to center. Go back over to the right side. Just allow them to stretch and move those legs just to fall to the side. Nice arch through that back, stretching through. We're going to take a brief pause. I'm going to quickly look for my belt. I usually try to have everything all set up, and it's hiding under my blanket. So if you have a towel or a belt, go ahead and grab it. We're going to go back down onto our backs. And with the belt or a towel, you're going to wrap it around your foot, very nice and gently up and around by the pads of your foot, extending up to your degree, keeping that opposite leg bent if you want, or straightening it out. With both hands on the strap, go ahead and take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, you're going to bend that knee in towards you, up towards your armpit if you can, just really stretching through. Now, if you can't get to this degree, that is okay. Just go to your degree. Taking the strap into both hands onto the right, go ahead and slowly lift up through that heel where you get the stretch. If you don't straighten your leg, that is okay. Just go to your degree, stretching it out. Go ahead and lift that leg, pushing it straight up to the ceiling, and then take that strap into the opposite hand of your left, extending that leg across you, feeling a nice stretch through those side legs, up through that calf, maybe even to your heel, getting those IT bands, those TFLs. As a massage therapist, they get really tight, and I get the pleasure of releasing them on people. It feels really good afterwards, but not always the greatest while it's getting done. Bring that leg straight back up. Really press in, and now pull if you can, bringing that knee as close to your nose as possible. Doesn't have to go all the way to touch. Just feel that nice stretch through that hamstring. And then release that strap. Bring that leg straight down. Moving to the opposite leg. Wrapping that strap once again around the foot, up by the pad. Either keeping that leg bent or straightening it. And again, just taking that nice deep breath, both hands on the strap. And as you exhale, pull that knee in towards your armpit. Just a nice stretch in there, releasing those hip flexors, opening up through that hip. Now from here, you're just going to take a nice deep breath and start to straighten that heel. Again, if you don't go very far, that's okay. Just begin to allow the muscle to release. If you start to notice that you're shaking, back off on the stretch. It's a nice hamstring stretch. Now taking both straps into the right hand, extending that left out. Draw that leg across you. Feel a nice stretch through there along that side leg, and then push through that heel a little bit more. See if you can get some more stretching going all the way through those side lateral muscles there, really stretching out and through, maybe even some tingling up into those toes. And then bring it to center, really pushing through that heel, taking another nice deep breath and just trying to pull that knee straight toward your nose. If it doesn't go there, that is okay. Oh, feels so good. And then release that strap, release that foot, let it go all the way down. Beautiful. From here, we are going to bring our knees up, placing flat, anchoring in with our hands, and then bringing our feet straight up. We have one more set to do for our abdominal work, really making sure that we're holding in flat here, making sure we have that nice flat back. We're just going to do some toe taps for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now from here, we're going to do some reverse curls through those knees, but we're really going to reverse curl up and really bring those knees as close in as possible, and then slowly release down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Bring those knees in, take a nice deep breath. Now from here, we're gonna roll onto our bellies. And being onto your belly, you're gonna go ahead and come up onto those forearms. Really pressing into those forearms from those elbows to those palms, keeping your legs almost to the edge of the mat, not quite that far. And then just really think about pulling through as though your hips are anchored in and they can't move. And then you just want to really pull through that upper body, pull through that torso. Now from here, you're going to take a nice deep breath and then push through those elbows. Don't have to go all the way up. If you want to, you can. Just getting a nice stretch through that back. And then lowering down. Now from here, we are going to do mermaid or back scissors. You're going to anchor in through. If you want, you can place your palms facing one on top of your hands on top of one another and placing your chin down. Or you can put your forehead straight down. Go ahead and lift up and then scissors for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Go ahead and roll it out. We're gonna do opposite now, where we raise up one and then the other. So starting here we go, raising right and then left for 1, 2, 3, here's 4, 5, 6, 7, that was 8, and last one. Beautiful. From here, go ahead and place your hands down by your chest. Take a nice deep breath. Engage through those abdominal muscles. Push all the way up. Come into a tabletop position. Bring those knees in slightly. Crisscross over those big toes. Push back into a nice child's pose. Extend out your arms for extended child. And now coming up to tabletop. Anchoring in, we're going to go ahead and drop that belly and then round up through. Drop the belly, round through. And when you round through, you really want to squeeze in those abdominal muscles. You have 6 more, 5 more, 3 more, and 2. Last one. Really round up into that cat, really stretch up and over, maybe rock just a little bit. Now from here we're going to go back into child's pose, so crisscross over those big toes, opening up through those knees a little bit, push straight back, keep that flat back and reach forward. And then cross your arms over to one side on a diagonal, feel that nice stretch. Come back to center. Cross over again, and then back to center. Now one last thing that we're going to do, which is planks, and we're going to hold. You can modify planks by going under the forearms, or you can stay up onto your hands. Make sure that your hands are flat, fingers are open and wide. The weight should be evenly distributed within your pads on your palms. Go ahead and tuck those toes under. Engage through your abdominals, so you really want to lift up that navel to your spine, lifting up and through. We're going to hold for 30 seconds or to a minute. Make sure you're not rounding up through those shoulders. Just trying to keep that nice flat back. Going for 30. Here's 20. There's 10. And that is 1. If you want to keep going for another 30. There's 20. Ooh, there's 10. And nice job finishing, dropping those knees. Coming once again, taking that nice deep breath and going into that child's pose. Feels so good. Now a couple last things that we're going to do just to stretch and open up through is we're going to come back to that seated position, either into lotus position or crisscross applesauce. Just sit up nice and straight. From there, bring those knees up and in, give a nice tuck up, tucking your head in. And then we're going to open up into that butterfly. From here, we're going to lift those arms straight up, holding them up nice and straight, and then lean forward through, holding into those abdominals, a nice flat back. Coming up to center. And then using those side muscles to really reach over to the side. If you need to put your hand down, you can. And then lifting back up, stretching over to the other side. Again, if you need to put your hand down, you can. Coming back to center, releasing through those arms, bringing those knees up, extending one leg out in front, squeezing into the opposite, giving it a nice big hug. From here, you're going to wrap opposite arm around that leg. I am to my right, to my left, so I'm holding up my right leg, and I'm twisting to my right, holding my right leg with my right arm. Nice twist. Bring that right leg down if you have your right or your left. Go to the opposite. Give it a nice big hug. Rotate opposite arms. So rotating, I'm rotating to my left. I'm holding onto my left leg with my right arm. Doing just a really nice torso stretch.
Coming back to center, extending those legs out. Once again, coming to a seated position, either into a lotus or just crisscross applesauce, whatever works for you. Roll those shoulders back. Take a nice big breath out, opening those arms. Oh, feels so good. Giving yourself a nice big hug. Rounding through those shoulders, stretching through that upper body. Opening your arms again. And giving yourself a nice big hug. Releasing it all down, just taking a few moments here just to balance out, find that center, ground back in, maybe with your eyes closed or gazing downward. Just taking a moment to be grateful, being in this space and in this present moment. You've done a good job working through some core muscles, getting some nice stretching, a little bit of movement. Just a little bit of movement every day makes a huge difference. Just taking those nice breaths. Thank you for joining me in Grace and Gratitude. Melissa Leah.